Welcome to EpochStream, the show where I play whatever I feel like. I'm MystikDan, and I am playing Kingdom Hearts right now. I almost made you guys miss this cutscene when you first leave after beating Cerberus.
He's strong. He's kind. He's always there for you. And he's handsome to boot. He's perfect. Perfect. Perfectly infuriating. He makes me crazy.
I always felt like they could have directed that cutscene and had his explosion timed with him saying the word crazy. I don't know, it's just some simple stuff like that I feel like was missing in these
Let
games.
Hercules train the kid. In the next games, I'll take care of them both.
It's Boo Boo! How are you? Welcome!
Stay out of this. This is my show.
As you wish. Fight to your heart's content.
I always felt like that was awkward, and I think it probably either could have used a redirection or just a different translation. I had intended to just fly over to Traverse Town so that you guys didn't have to watch this, because this stuff is so boring. This stupid Gummi ship garbage, but anyway, how's it going? I am doing great. I love playing this game. After the stress and anxiety of Dark Souls and the nail-biting difficulty, it's just kind of nice to take it easy with a game I'm really familiar with, and that's not hard. Even though I'm playing it on Expert, it's much easier, and it's something I enjoy more and a little more comfortable with. So it's been nice doing this. So this has been it's kind of a fun experience for being on Twitch. I started off just on YouTube. Even before I was doing video game streaming, I started off recording covers of songs, and so it's always I've had a long relationship with YouTube as a result of it. Even though I've never had insane amounts of success on it, I only had roughly 115 subscribers on my other channel, which is still more than I've got now. Starting right now, a couple months in, I've still only got about 25 or so, and that hasn't really grown much in the past month. I expect it will. I just gotta get some good ads up, and I need to make a highlights video for my Dark Souls playthrough. Ben, your internet's back up! Yay! How long do you think you'll stay then? Or are you gonna go to bed still? 100% you're gonna get all the weapons then? Yes, I think so. I'm definitely getting the ultimate weapon, which means I'm going to take some time grinding near the end of the game. But yeah, I plan on getting every weapon. Absolutely. Even the ones where I've got to get every spell, and I've got to get all of the elemental arts from the mushrooms. And do the Hades Cup. All 3 ways. Whew. Yeah, it takes a good amount of time. But I don't know. Maybe I won't bother with that if it takes that much time. It depends on how much people want to watch, you know? Let's start in the first district. I think that's a great place to start. I'll stay for a bit, only because 1, I love you, and 2, I love Kingdom Hearts. Because I got 100% this game too, and man, some items are so rare to drop. The worst are the mystery goo, because of the mushrooms. So now that I've got a whole bunch of stuff I can do now, so I can get rid of these things properly. Da-da-da-da-da, which tells me it definitely worked. Defense up! That's going right to Sora's mouth. Eat it. Yeah, put it in your mouth. I can never remember his name, but he's that guy who did the Little Tortilla Boy movie announcer guy. This town has grown as people have lost their home and worlds come here. I think I can go through there now, yeah. Hi, Yuffie! Leon's probably at the underground cavern. He trains there often. You know, the channel in the alleyway is connected to the cavern. Anything else from you? Hi, Hollow Bastion. You guys just saying hi to each other. Okay, no new postcards yet. First of all, let's go by you blokes, see if you got anything better you can have. Pablo Francisco! John! Hi, man! And Brenna, if you're there too. Let's chat. Nope. Yeah, Pablo Francisco. He's like, my name sounds like I'm some little. Hey, what's up? How you doing, bro? I'm here to shop. I want to buy. All right. Da 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 da. Never mind. I'm at the final boss on 1.5 and I'm working on getting the ultimate weapon. I had this crazy idea of trying to get all the trophies. Bad idea. That music though. Yeah, I love the music in this place. Waterboy, what up, cutie? Not much beautiful. I love that my boys are all so comfortable with each other that way. Moogle! A big tournament is being held somewhere, Kupo. Oh, I want that stuffed animal so much. What do you need? I'm here to shop. Just in case there's something interesting. I kind of want an ability stud, but I don't like how much it gives up. Yeah, money's not as big an issue in this game, so... what is my biggest... Oh, fire ring is going to be much more useful in Agrabah. I got all the trophies. It took me around 100 hours. Dawg, you make me blush. I'm gonna do it someday. Oops. The only reason I haven't gotten all the Kingdom Hearts trophies is purely because of the Gummi ship. I do not have the patience to do the Gummi ship stuff. It's so obnoxious. I can't do it. I can't do it. Now, Boo, if you want to write me up like a really good tutorial on how to get all those Gummi ship mission things, go for it and I'll give it a shot. But I tried doing like the one from Hollow Bastion to Traverse Town. I couldn't get it. I tried over and over and over again with this teeny tiny little ship. It's empty. And I could not get it. It just wasn't happening. It was like, no, you should not have it. You're not going to get it. No. Sucked, bro. Sucked. So I gotta share with you guys, since you're all watching me anyway, and I'm assuming my sister is watching, at least my brother-in-law is watching. She shared this post on Facebook. And I'm going to dictate the events of the story as much as I can accurately. Yeah, the Gummi trophy's crazy. Yeah. So she shared a story where she was in line at, I think it must have been Walmart because, you know, these are the people of Walmart. You know, that whole thing. And she's in line to check out, and she notices this older lady, like, you know, fairly middle-aged, maybe a little bit older middle-aged, who is just staring at her, and she's like a little weirded out by it, but, you know, whatever, maybe she... Whatever, maybe she was just zoning out. But then she's, you know, trying to get her food all checked out, and this lady is right behind her, still staring right at her, and finally she just, like, looks at her like, what is your problem? And the lady goes, I'm sorry, my daughter recently passed away, and you look so much like her, Oh, so she was, the lady was in front of her in the checkout. And she's like, yeah, you look so much like my daughter, I'm so sorry. And so my sister's like, oh, well, it's okay, I'm so sorry for your loss. And she's like, thank you, I really, really appreciate you saying that. And then, she goes, and moves ahead of the line. And so my sister starts to get all of her food checked out and stuff. And as she's checking out, the lady's like, this is a really awkward request, but would it be okay if I, like, gave you a hug? And I could say, I love you, honey, and you say, I love you too, mama? Like, would that be okay? Like, something like that. And my sister's like, what? No, okay, you're taking this too far. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to have some boundaries here. And then the lady who's checking her out at Walmart is like, okay, it's gonna be 100 something for everything. And my sister's like, what? Because she only bought like $20 something worth of groceries. And she's like, how is my order gonna be over $100 when I only have like this amount of stuff? And the lady's like, well, because your mom said you're gonna be checking out her stuff, paying her stuff too. And she's like, what? And then she looks back, and the lady who was talking to her is gone. And so is all of her stuff. And my sister's like, no way. And so she chases after her. And finds her out in the parking lot, and she sees her and goes, and like panics and starts to run to her car with all of her stuff. My sister chases her down and is like, hey! And gets to her car, but she shoved all of her stuff in her car and is trying to get in the car, but my sister grabs her leg and is like trying to not let her go, and she holds on the leg, and then the lady pulls really hard and her leg pops off. Apparently it was a prosthetic leg. And she's like, what? And so she grabs her other leg and is pulling really hard, and this is the point where my sister goes, just like I'm pulling your leg. I'm reading this story last night in bed because I was up late. I'm like reading it at like, I don't know, midnight or something, and I'm like, what? Like at first I was starting to be like, okay, this is a little bit crazy once it got to the point where she was like, yeah, this is your mother's. And I was like, wait, what? And then it got really ridiculous when she pulled a wooden leg, and I was like, that's bull. And I looked at the bottom, and that's when I saw that she said, I'm pulling your leg, and I was like, ah ha ha, so funny, ha ha. Anyway, that was a really funny reaction. But I was really proud of myself because my comment on it was to say, it really kind of broke apart at the end there. And I'm very proud of that because I've gotten a whole bunch of upvotes, likes and stuff, and I'm just like... Anyway, I just thought I'd share that funny story with everybody. That was my sister. I have no idea where she got that from. No idea where it came from. But it was well delivered. It seemed fairly out of character for her because she's really passive. Except, occasionally... This is the way my sister has always been. She was always just really easygoing, really loving, and super chill. But then sometimes, and it's not with the frequency that you would suggest, it's just sometimes she would just be in a mood. And we would find out quick to not cross her, and we would all just kind of go, okay, well, we're gonna just leave that well enough alone. Meanwhile, some of my other siblings, you know, I was kind of mean growing up, and I chilled out the older I got, you know, my late teenage years. But I was not nice to my siblings growing up, and I've always, you know, in retrospect, felt really bad about that. But, you know, me and a couple of my siblings in particular would be really fiery and mule-headed and obnoxious, and we would get into fights so easily. But she was never really that way, except for every once in a while. You know, she would just be that way, and we were like, whoa. That's kind of nuts. Oh, I think I have to activate the thing up top first, and then this will all go off. To be honest, man, I looked on YouTube to know how the gummy ship should be built depending on the challenge. Well, and that was what I did for that one, and I couldn't succeed at the challenge. I tried a dozen times, and I couldn't get it to work, and I was like, if these are all going to be this hard, this is just not worth it. I'm not even going to bother. So I didn't. I gave up. Oh! So, anyway, what else? Ha ha ha, and then a million faces all at once. B is my favorite. You're a close second, but don't tell M. M thinks he's my favorite. Mr. Benjamina. You know I'm your favorite, and you're just in denial. That's just really what it comes down to. Anyway, oh, these won't move until later. I just wasted my time. Well, I will go down here and get the Dalmatians. See, I brought some puppies. I brought some puppies. So someday I'm going to recognize and know exactly what all of those Twitch faces are actually supposed to mean and who they are, because I really hate not knowing. Boots. I heard you talking about me. It's my sister! She's got her own account. Yay! Gift from Pongo and Perdita, Kiragaji and Faragaji. Is that it? I hate that about this. They can give some really useful stuff, but they give so much garbage too. All this gummy stuff that's just not at all useful to me. Hi! Boy, do I miss you, sis. I wish we could hang out a lot more and that we could all get together and play video games and stuff. I'm still also... Penguin Ruler, you're my favorite. I know. She says it all Harrison Ford style. Which means, Hollis Bastion, what you should have said was, I love you. That was still like one of the greatest moments in Reddit AMA history. Was someone commenting on Harrison Ford's AMA saying just simply, I love you, and him responding, I know. I think they each got like 10 gold for each of their comments. It was so awesome. And ha! Beat the crap out of you! I say that because, I can't say that because Waterboy would get mad. No, he wouldn't. Waterboy's cool. Lots of gold, go, money, 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 get kills, get money. Okay. And boop, gotcha. Super mad. I remember one time, this brother-in-law and my sister-in-law's husband, who I usually just refer to as my brother-in-law, but he's technically my sister's husband. My sister-in-law's husband. They were together a few years ago. And so I was like, okay, now the two of you need to fight over which one of you is hotter. And my sister-in-law's husband was like, it's me. And Waterboy was like, it's true, it's him. Just bowled right over. It was like, come on! You gave up so easy. Just so popular. Fire, fire, fire. I spammed him with fire, and I ran out of MP. That's okay, though. Let's head over to... Oh, I need some MP so I can use this thing over here. Nah! So for this segment, we are here because we need to talk to Leon about the Gummi piece that we found in the Deep Jungle, and also the one that we found in Wonderland. Oh, I hate... When I don't have much mobility and I don't have great range, those things can be a real pain trying to reach. Alright, let's... Where'd everyone go? Where'd they all go? I couldn't beat Clayton in Kingdom Hearts. You had to defeat him for me, remember? I do remember that, actually. I do remember that. He gave me a lot of trouble, the first few times I played through this. I haven't had too many other bosses that have given me significant repeated trouble in this game. The first time fighting Riku in Hollow Bastion used to give me significant trouble until I learned that Arrow was a defensive spell, and then it was a piece of cake. And that was either my first or second time playing through it. And then it just, yeah, from then it's been easy. Ooh, I got more AP! Yay, I got AP! I hope it's more than one, but it's probably only one. Ah, Blizzard! Blizzard, Blizzard! Clayton was so aggravating. Nope, I missed. Ah, okay, there we go. Clayton was aggravating, and then even then it took you several tries. I stopped after that. Yeah, you have given up a bit too easy on some of these games. I'm still upset that you haven't beaten Magus and Chrono Trigger. But you know that already, so I won't rub it in. I won't harass you. Finish it. Riku and Hollow Bastion annoyed me beyond all belief. The battle that I understand gave most people problems was fighting him when he's possessed in front of the door. I have had one or two instances where he gave me some struggles. But for the most part, I didn't have too much trouble against him most of the time. Thunder. I think that activates Oh no, yeah, that's what activates the gizmo shop stuff. That's right. Da 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 da. So I could do that now, but I gotta go back over there anyway, so... Well, for now, I should head back this way. I stopped playing at that point on my first playthrough. Yeah. Yeah, Clayton was the worst. For me. Crit sizes give me a few problems, but otherwise, no, I never really had too many issues with too many of the bosses in this game. Poor Jess, one of my sisters, was playing this somewhat recently. I thought that was the hardest thing in the world, and then Demon Souls came out. Yeah, you did no difficulty until Demon Souls came out. And then my sister was playing in Atlantica, and she fought the first form of Ursula with the magic cauldron over and over and over and over and over and over, and she was so aggravated and adamant that she'd get that right. She just could not give up on it. I was like, "Are you sure you don't want me to do it? I don't want to do it, but if you, she lives far away. So it's like if you're not going to finish this, you're never going to move on in this game. You'll never have a chance to play." She's like, "No, I got it. I'll do it." And she did it, to her credit, but boy, did she struggle with that. And then Sean beat it in like 2 tries. My own kid beats it faster than my 27, 28-year-old sister. Boy, that cracked me up. C or J? Demon Souls. Alright, come on. Oh, I gotta check my APs to see if I can give myself some more moves. Now, unfortunately, I have already hit the end of this episode, but I want to at least show... I love this Trinity, by the way. We kind of saw it earlier, but just... I love seeing them just crash into each other. OMG Sean. Ah, Lamau. So down here is a secret waterway, which will be fairly... That down there is important later on, but here's Leon and Aerith. This place is so mysterious. This place is so mysterious. This place is so mysterious. So you found the keyhole. Yeah, the Keyblade locked it automatically. Good. Every world among the stars has a keyhole, and each one leads to the heart of that world. There must be one in this town as well. What do you mean? It was in Ansem's report. The Heartless enter through the keyhole and do something to the world's core. What happens to the world? In the end, it disappears. What? That's why your key is so important. Please lock the keyholes. You're the only one who can. I don't know. Seeing other worlds would probably serve you well. Yeah! We gotta find your friends! And King Mickey! I guess you're right. Okay. Hey Leon, this gummy block's different from the others. Do you know what it's for? That's this embarrassed way of saying he doesn't know. Ask Sid, he should know. The girls here just know him well enough. Wait, Sora, take this with you. An Earthshine! This stone holds some mysterious power. I've been carrying it for luck. I want you to hold on to it. How do you use it? I usually just throw it at the bad guy and hope that I reach him. Leon? That's all he says. Please lock the keyholes. And that's all she says. I'm not the most talkative pair. I see you still reading voices. Yeah, well, I enjoy it. I have fun. And take this up to the Magician's Study! He gets it from your father.
I got it from my papa. I got it from my papa.
What do you have to say, Merlin? Merlin? Yes? Never mind. Nothing. Da-da-da-da. Alright. Well, I really should stop this episode for everyone on YouTube and start the next one, so... My world has disappeared too. Okay, can't do anything with her yet. It'll actually probably be... Well, I'll just go over here. Alright, thank you guys for checking out EpochStream on YouTube. I will see you tomorrow. This is MystikDan signing out. Bye!